Welcome to The Speaking Citizen, a very special program where I talk to creative members of society. And I am your host, Mehru Jaffer. My guest today is Anuradha Sarma Pujari from Assam. Anuradha's writing is immensely popular in Assam, and we will ask Anuradha what makes her writing so special. She is an award-winning author and journalist introduced to me by the Jaipur Literature Festival, the seventh edition of which will take place from the 1st of February to the 5th at Hotel Clark's Amir in Jaipur. Anuradha is the editor of the Assamese weekly Sadin and a prominent Assamese literary magazine, Satsori. My first question to you, Anuradha, is the meaning of Sadin indeed freedom, independence? And does this beautiful word Satsori mean a necklace of seven gems? Why is your journal named Satsori? Tell me.
Yeah, Satsori is it is a name that is given by a very famous editor. Previously, he was working as an editor in Satsori, and he gave the name of seven string. Seven string means the seven states and all. And it is an indigenous necklace of Assam, traditional necklace. Sadin means 7 days. 7 days. Sadin.
Okay, weekly.
It is a weekly newspaper, and it is Sadin means Sadin. And Sadin, yeah, we in Assamese it's Sadin. Sadins mean Hadin. We pronounce all, not all. Some sa is the ha. So that's why exact meaning is Hadin.
Hadin, yeah.
Hadin, yeah.
Yeah, the names the words are so attractive. So I thought I wanted to find out exactly what they mean. So the next question, Anuradha, is, I notice in a lot of your writing, your very deep interest in tensions that may exist between rural life and life in the city. You have also been traveling back and forth from working in the villages and also living in the city, in Assam and in West Bengal. What is the situation today? What is this tension like between rural life and urban life? What does it look like today?
Actually, I always write in Assamese language. I'm a regional writer. I never write in English, and sometimes I try, but I always write in Assamese language. So I am now keenly observe that everything and village life also urbanized now. So if I write something about village that previously it was, if I write down that village before 20 years or 10 years, my readers will not take it easily, because in every village now the girls riding scooties, and mostly in the village life also we have seen there is lots of English medium schools. Those children's they recite Baba Black Sheep and all, gradually the scenario has been changed. Since I have observing it since this last 15 years, it is totally changing. And
so what is the state, for example, of agricultural activities, and have industrial activities completely penetrated into the rural countryside?
yeah, industrialization is not, Assam is an agricultural state, and agriculture is there. But nowadays, I have been seeing that most of the Assamese Assamese boys and girls, nowadays they are taking interest on agriculture, but mostly they are not in taking interest in agriculture. So they are doing some business, and most of their unemployed, and
Anuradha,
they are doing their own businesses, and sometimes there are some most of the students are now very much frustrated on it, that they are not getting their proper job as per their education.
Mm.
So I have seen it.
So that must continue to create tensions. And you're
Yeah.
a master reporter of documenting these tensions, the social and cultural tensions in Assam. Uh, how similar are these tensions in Assam as compared to the rest of the country?
Yeah, it is. It is not similar to the rest of the countries, because Assam has some different culture. That is, our agricultural sector is very much rich. It is not like other part of the country, like Rajasthan, Gujarat. They are struggling for to grow seeds and to grow plants and all. But in Assam, wherever you just put some seeds anywhere and it will grow. The soil is so fertile.
Yes.
And we have plenty of water resources, so that it is something different from other states. But still, somehow, uh, we have noticed that those people actually, they are not engaged in agricultural field. They should, but they are not inclined till now. But nowadays, I have seen that after COVID, most of the uh, in the rural area, the people, the students' life, those who are working outside in the state, they came back to their village and started some industrial, agricultural-based industries. That is good sign. And
Yes.
they were actually working outside the state, and they came back after COVID.
So also, there is seems to be tension between society and the individual, the young and the older citizens. Is that at a normal level, or is it uh, is there a cause for concern?
Yeah, it is a normal level. Actually, sometimes, I feel that in Assam and other rural life, their alcohol consume is very much there. That's why the tension created mostly in every household. uh, the most of the people, they are enjoying alcohol as their daily. It is just like daily habit, and most of the people also, tribal society also, it is their custom. And tension create sometimes for alcohol, and sometimes for the social indiscrimination. It is everywhere actually. So I cannot say that it is completely different from other states. It is as usual. It is a normal tension actually.
Mhm. So have you tackled the theme of the effect of alcohol on Assamese society? Have you looked into that in your writing?
Yeah, yeah, I have written it's in my editorials also. In my editorials, I have mentioned it, but it's somehow in the side of government rule, they are very much strict on it to control those they they are doing some steps, they are taking some steps to control those to control the alcohol, the system. They are not taking in festival also. There are prevailing some rules that not taking during drive and all. They're taking some measures on it and very strict measures. But still, it is a actually Assam and Northeast. The alcohol is a homemade alcohol is a customs, traditional customs, and they used to drink in any festival and any in any occasion alcohol they drink. So that we are even me in my column. I'm trying to just write about those things against alcoholism. And nowadays, the people, particularly I have seen those, the new generation, they realize this also. And they are also doing some, they are doing some missions. They are going for the going to their own mission, and they are doing some very good job on it to control those villagers and to prevent alcoholism. Okay, so that I think it is a hope for us nowadays. The new generation coming up.
And do you think alcohol is also one of the main tensions between the male and female population of society? You know, in your novel Kanchana, there is this great tension between the male and women in society.
Yeah.
What is
Karthik is a different story. Actually, it is a injustice on workplace, on injustice of workplace between male boss and the worker, female worker. It is a story about that. And Kansan was a very poor girl, and she hailed from the village. She's very poor, and she was engaged to some works, and she had bound it. So that's a different story. It is a
but
usually it happens in any if you say in the corporate sector, in the government sector, that most of the female worker, they're suffering a lot, through their works, through in their workplace also. And these things I actually tried to explain about through the concern stories, the conflict. So it is happening all over the world, I think. It is a micro level. Concern is in the micro level. And I have seen it everywhere. It is happening.
But Kanchana is also a comment on the tension between the male and the female population of, as you said, any society. But in this particular novel, it's a very Assamese story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very Assamese stories, but it is a universal fact. You can say in everywhere it's happening, not only in Assam, everywhere. Wherever you go, you will get a story like Kanchan. you know. So it is prevailing somehow. And that's why I have written it. It is before 25 years I have written it. And nowadays,
Yes.
those scenario has been changed. And some rules are also there. But at that time, before
Yes.
25 years ago, there was no rules and no, some, nowadays we have some laws also. At that time, Kansan, she was actually unfortunate to have those things.
Mm.
It is written
Yes. So
before 25 years. Yeah.
yes, that is true. So you think there is that little bit of progress made where working women are concerned?
Yeah, nowadays it is a little bit improved. It is improved. At least you can go to the court immediately. Go to the, police station immediately. At that time, this was not possible. Yeah.
So how would you're such a popular writer. How would you describe your writing in the entire body of Assamese literature? Where do you see yourself standing? Where do you see yourself and your work standing in some Assamese literature is most exciting. And how do you place your writing and a very successful first novel called Hirdaya Ek Bigyapan? Where do you place yourself?
Actually, it is no doubt that I became a writer accidentally. So I was a journalist when I worked. I had been working Kolkata for many years as a journalist, and I have started my journalism career from there. And one of a very my writing style, and he actually requested me to um, novel, and that's why I have written Under Pressure. Uh, Under Pressure, that novel I have written, Hirdaya Ek Bigyapan, and after 25 years, it has been translated to English and it is
Yeah.
published by Penguin India. And that was because at that time I happened to work in a field which is something different from other field. At the time of 90s, the economic recession in India that was happening in 1991, like that, the liberalization policy came then. And after that, what happened? The multinational companies jumped over the market of India. With a big, huge population in India, it is a very lucrative market for the foreign companies, so that they came forward to invest on Indian market. At that time, I have said I was a coordinator of a newspaper, and I was linked with the ad agencies. And at that time, I have seen those things that those agencies, that is advertising agencies, they're selling those products, and it is a very new, new days came. because our people could not adopt the corporate culture. And corporate culture was different, and they were trying to adopt the corporate culture at that time, and selling those products, and they were facing lots of value conflict, which is not matched with Indian philosophy or Indian value system. And that is the new days. That is the new days, and that was challenges for them. And that's why I depicted some characters there, how they face at that time the new policy of corporate sectors. So those are the new things actually at that time, and I think that for readers, it was a new subject. That's why they took it very positively. And till now, it is readers' response is so good. Since 25 years, it has many editions crossed already in Assamese. And nowadays, it is just before 1 year, Penguin has taken the book, and it is translated by Aruni Kashyap, and very nicely it is been translated. And now it is the Penguin in Indian's book.
Wonderful. Congratulations. So there must be something still very topical about this novel, that, it has been translated now into the English language
Yeah.
25 years after it was written. So some of the issues must also resonate with contemporary society.
Yeah. My readers says that it is my readers' opinion, that is, the subject is always new. And it will continue actually for long time, because this subject um, has some universal appeals, and some truth which is not going to be going to be diminished in future also.
Exactly.
So it will goes on like that. The people says, the reader says like that. So the subject
Yes.
demands actually. Subject demands, that subject demands actually. And we Indian peoples always struggling emotionally, mostly, um, what to do or what to not do. Should I do it? Should I not to do, like that? And somehow we are stuck up with some emotions, and those emotions reflects in that stories. In my poems are not for your ad campaign, because a character of the novel, she refused to give her poetry to the ad agency, because the director of the ad agency, he loved that poem and he wanted to use it on the washing powder, advertisement, and she refused to give it, because she told him, no, it is my poem, it is my poetry, and it is I couldn't give you. I will write a different line for your advertisement as a copywriter, but I will not give you this poem. So these are the emotional some conflicts that's happened that time. I have written in that book.
Beautiful. That is
Yeah,
so beautiful. So,
yeah.
Anuradha, we know that you're a poet, we know you're a novelist, but you just said you're also a journalist. How would you describe the state of the Indian media today?
I'm not a poet actually. I envy poet always, because the poet can write my one page of prose in a line. So that that's why I envy always the poet. So nowadays, what happened? I'm not in the Indian scenario. As a journalist, I have seen that people of India um, should be more intelligent politically, you know. But nowadays, what happened? This most of the our we have our country is such a country with a huge population, and most of the people are poor people. So poor people politics, actually politics determined by those people. So that as usual in Assam also, we feel like that. That is determined by the needy people, you know, not by intellectuals. It is
Any
not by...
any way out of this very dark scenario?
Everywhere I have seen this dark scenario in India, so that, but still some lights also. There is a silver line also. And people make those silver lines. And in journalism also, I have seen that completely journalism, the sector is changed now. It is totally a business now. So you cannot expect, even I cannot expect the proper judgment, the proper, you know, proper scenario that it is always guided by, you know, those the by the you know, by, it is guided by the businessmen always, because you have to depend on advertisement always. And after COVID, I have sorted out it, that's the our print media. I'm working in a print media. I'm not going to say about electronic media and other portal or online media like that. Our print media is suffering a lot, because people now, the most of the people, they are not interested to take newspaper, magazines, and they are inclined to online media. So that this print media is in crisis now, because the literate people only buy those magazines and you know, newspapers. So that it is difficult to say how long our print media will stand in future, but it will remain. But still, I think, I feel that the print media facing, and in future also will face crisis, because I have no experience to work in online or in you know, in electronic media. I'm just, since 25 years I have experiencing on print media, and after COVID, really somehow we are struggling the stand in print media.
So that is a slightly unhappy note to end our conversation.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Anuradha, for talking to The Citizen. But before I go, here are some details about the most awaited literary event in the new year, the Jaipur Literature Festival of 2024 is celebrating its 17th year. This year, it
Yeah.
will unite a diverse global community of writers, thinkers, speakers to explore a range of literary themes and thought-provoking ideas. Some of these ideas and some of these participants we will try to bring to you as speaking citizens here. But do not forget that the 17th edition of the Jaipur Literature Festival will take place from the 1st of February to the 5th of February 2024 at Hotel Clark's Amir in Jaipur. So see all you beautiful people in Jaipur.